Hey everybody, this week Michael Jackson's Doctors ad campaign, only positive. Conrad Murray is his name, in case you're not already familiar. He would have had the greatest marketing campaign going for him right now if it weren't for the fact that he accidentally or otherwise murdered one of the biggest pop stars of all times. Excluding that troublesome factoid, everyone knows who he is. Now, if he had even half the degree of notoriety for his specialty, which I think is, or at least should be, pain management, he would have had customers coming out of his ears. That is what I want for you guys, anyone who's listening to this, especially my doctors. That's what I'm focusing this week's video and article on. The trick is to get that level of quote-unquote fame and have it be positive for you. Trust me when I say that it is possible, but you do need to schedule for it. And that's what I'm focusing on pretty much all month, is scheduling your campaigns to work in coordination with your launches, your practice offerings, and anything else that you're trying to promote, and use it in multiple channels. While I do love to push the virtues of direct mail, I also serve doctors and realtors, and their needs are pretty specific. If you're a doctor reading this or watching the video, you need to understand first and foremost, even if the majority of your patients end up coming to you from one or two sources, you'll need to plan for them on coming from multiple places, and that's how you find out which channels work best for you and what doesn't. Now again, I'm going to make a video for you, or if you're probably watching this right now, I've already made it into a video, but it'll include, and I'm going to include for you here, the resource that I found to be pretty helpful. I've promoted it before. It's called Direct Mail Center, and that's directmailctr.com. Specifically, I want you to check out the scheduling tool. So it's just go to directmailctr.com/schedule.html. It'll give you a PDF that will walk you through how to plan your ad campaign, be it a mailing campaign or a newspaper or an online print campaign. What can you allocate for your budget specifically and strictly for marketing? That's what I want you to concentrate on today. If you have a dollar amount in mind, you need to find out what tactics will line up with that dollar amount. Be sure to distinguish this amount from your staff's salary. Remember, you can delegate a lot of these marketing responsibilities to the people who are in your employ. Don't be doing all the heavy lifting on your own. Then consider, one of my favorite items, who your demographics are, who makes up your community, and what's the overall size. Then come the hard questions like, what are your strengths and how can I leverage them to this group or this demographic? For example, if you're an orthopedist, you might take a look at the average age of the folks in your community. You might do better operating in an area that has a higher population of people over the age of 60. Don't forget about your competition. That's pretty important also. Are there already doctors or practitioners in this area who work and have developed a niche in a segment of the population that they cater to? And then you have to identify what you offer that gives you a leg up from them. Now, as far as tactics goes, for doctors first starting out, these work the best. I'm going to give you 4, and you can. I'm going to also attach a little link for you here to netdoc.com. There's an article I was doing some reading on that does a really good job of isolating some specific marketing, direct mail, and otherwise tactics for medical practitioners, and I want you to check it out. But for right now, for doctors first starting out, these work best. Networking, community outreach, a website integrated with social media like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and offline media like newspapers and, of course, direct mail. The make it or break it will come from simply sticking to the plan that you build. Do not let it become an item on the general to-do list, because, I'll tell you right now, it'll never get done. You must put each item on your calendar for specific times to be dealt with to create the content and launch the ad or community outreach event, whichever you're focusing on. This item, I assure you, will be your number one challenge. These methods have worked for thousands of doctors in the past, and they'll work for you too again. But again, you have to schedule it, and if it's on your schedule, you have to follow through. That's the number one thing that trips doctors up trying to get their practice going. Be sure to check out these links that I'm putting up for you. An additional resource that will give you a lot greater detail on all these techniques, specifically NetDoc. Thanks for watching, and happy marketing. Take care.